The match with the most changes at WWE Survivor Series 2017, as of right now, looks like it's billed as the main event, pushing itself above the Raw versus SmackDown 5-on-5 men's match. Jinder Mahal's out. AJ Styles, your new SmackDown champion, is going to be challenging against your Universal Champion Brock Lesnar. This is one hell of a match. This right here is another one of those WrestleMania dream matches that WWE has been delivering us the last few months. People thought they were crazy when they gave us Nakamura versus Cena. People thought they were crazy when we got Cena versus Reigns. We got AJ going up against Finn Balor. But Brock versus AJ is a match that I honestly never thought was going to happen. Either, SmackDown would keep AJ Styles at bay and he would never cross paths with Brock Lesnar, or just WWE would never pull the trigger on it. In my mind, I think that Brock Lesnar, the only competitor I can think of that he's had, like AJ Styles, would have to be the Beast in the East match against Kofi Kingston. And that one didn't go that well for Kofi Kingston. Definitely, AJ is going to have to use speed and his style to sort of keep Brock at bay. They're not going to be able to, get close, because anytime Brock is able to wrap AJ in his arms, he's going to throw him. He's going to toss him German suplex style. Definitely, this match is a more sexy, more appealing match than the Jinder Mahal match was going to be. I don't see how that match was going to last longer than 2 to 3 minutes. It was going to be like a WWE Superstar squash style match in my mind. Even if the Singh brothers, even if the Great Khali came, how in the world could you possibly see Jinder Mahal doing any offense to Brock Lesnar? Jinder Mahal being the one who brought the fire to this match did not make any sense at all. I really think that this is going to be a good one. The biggest surprise that could come out of this match would be AJ Styles beating Brock Lesnar. That does make a lot of sense to me, in the fact that SmackDown did just name him champion, and for him to beat Jinder Mahal and then turn around and lose to Brock doesn't make much sense. But then again, this could just be the biggest clusterfuck match of all time if this is the true main event, because of the fact that it is for brand supremacy, and who wants to see their champion not be as good as the other champion? Plus, in the back of your mind, you got to be wondering what is going on with SmackDown not using Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn on their Survivor Series match. So how do they get involved? Do they get involved in the 5-on-5, screwing with Shane, or do they have bigger fish to fry and want to say that they're going after the biggest prize out there, and they start messing with AJ to where Brock gets caught up and Brock ends up getting the victory here? Definitely, you have to keep in your back of your mind, what is going on with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, with them being the biggest story at Hell in a Cell a month later at Survivor Series. It doesn't make sense for them not to be used. I know a lot of people out there believing this sort of story that's out there on the internet right now, that they got sent home from the European tour. They have this, sort of heat built up against them. I don't put any stock into that story at all. One way or another, maybe they left, maybe they didn't leave, maybe they were supposed to get beat up after their match on SmackDown, maybe they weren't, but I don't think that Sami and Kevin Owens are disgruntled. I don't think that they're arguing with people on the SmackDown bus. I don't know why people would make up a story like that, but I just don't believe the story that is out there until there is significant proof about it. I don't think that either one of these guys are going to be, yeah, they're friends with Neville. Yeah, they're friends with Jimmy Jacobs, but are they really ready to get fired in order to do it? Even if, people put up the story basically saying that, look at all the money that the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega are making on the outside. They could go out, they could work indies with their names, and, sell lots of t-shirts, make lots of dates. I'm not quite sure that they want to go out and live that life again. So that's just me. Maybe they get involved in that 5-on-5. Maybe they get involved in this match. But, all I can really say on this is that this is a dream match. And to go from Jinder Mahal versus Brock, a match that nobody cared about besides for Assault and Battery 777, For him to make that video saying that Jinder was actually going to beat Brock clean was comical. And for him to have to come back a day later and make a video basically saying that AJ beat him and that Jinder wasn't the champion again made it even more funny. What happens from here? Jinder is named to have a match in India against Kevin Owens on I believe it's a Monday Night Raw show over there. That's not going to be on Raw. It's just going to be their brand. But they're sending him over there for the I guess you can say the rub. Maybe plans change. Maybe they do Jinder versus AJ. And maybe we see another title change, another title hold for Jinder. I don't put in any stock in that. I don't put in any stock in that at all. Jinder was an experimental champion. I hope that everything that they were going for in India they got. I hope that they are able to acquire one hell of a television contract. I hope that they got sold out shows, however many days of tour they're going. But I don't think anybody, United States, India, Europe, anywhere, wants to see Jinder Mahal be champion again. But this match right here, Brock versus AJ, it's going to deliver. It's going to be one hell of a match. A minute ago I picked AJ to win it, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm going to stick with it. Stick with the guns right here. AJ Styles to beat Brock, Survivor Series 2017.